I don't know, you guys, with the voices in your head, or the V2K, whatever they call voices call, what it says to you or what it does. But the person who's doing this is kind of like talking at me, and when I don't respond, because she talks and she talks, and then I get it's all this pent up frustration. Then I let loose verbally, loud, and they have people around me that's recording everything I say. Um, but when I don't say anything, like she'll say a sentence and pause, or make a statement and pause, because she wants that outburst, she wants that response to make it look, I guess, like if I am having a convo with her in my head, or I am on board with what this is, I am on board with what she's doing, I am actually agreeing to it. I don't know their particular what they're trying to establish or what they're going to be trying to prove. I have a feeling they know this is going to end up in court one day, and they're trying their best to make it look like I was a part of what they're doing, which means they did quite a number on me. They had to have done quite a number on me. I mean, this in itself is quite a number on me, and I can't see of anybody who would agree to this. I personally can't see, even if there is something legitimately that can be done. Like, I was looking at the Dutch person, the Dutch TV channel, and a doctor is an American doctor, and she was saying that in the doing of whatever this is, where the doctors don't even have to see you anymore, they can monitor everything that's happening to you, your brain activity, they can monitor it, and they will know if the patient passes out, they will know things about them. But on the flip side, that this technology, or this mode of using this technology on human patients, it could potentially open up a Pandora's box of evil. Let me repeat that. Could potentially open up a Pandora's box of evil. Now, that's not to say where there's safe usage of whatever the technology is, where it's actually monitored by a doctor, administered by a doctor, and functionality being upkept by medical professionals. So they will know if there's a deterioration in the thought process, in the brain function, or bodily organs, if they're being adversely affected by this, whatever they're doing, this technology, this frequency. So if not, then they would have to stop whatever, if it's something they have to implant in the person, or I don't know. I don't know. Or they're using something that's naturally recurring in the blood, or the bodily fluids are naturally producing. I don't know. I have no idea what the technology is. But she did say that it could potentially open up a Pandora's box of evil. So this might be one of the technology that these people gotten hold of, and they are using or administering on victims, on people who they victimize. Because I'm not a victim. I'm a hardworking woman. I want to work. I want to use my creativity. If I work hard or I work little, at least I'm doing an honest day's life, an honest job. I'm not taking money from people. I'm not going and stealing money from people, nor am I trying to fuck with their minds or their bodies in any way. I don't do that. I don't do that. Whether I work for somebody else or I work for myself, I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do, to make a living my way, without the harming or hurting of my fellow man. These people will willfully look to hurt and harm others in the accumulation of what they call wealth. They want easy money, big money, quick money, no questions asked. They just want lump sums of cash. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Is it possible that before they started doing these things to people, they didn't know that there could be adverse repercussions to the people who they're victimizing? They didn't do enough research, or they just didn't care? They just didn't care. Which is it? Is it all of them? Like, they just didn't care? They just saw a way to make massive amounts of cash, and I don't know. But aside from making the cash, the kind of the mode or the modality of making the cash, in the accumulation of the cash, the things that they would have to do also spells a little bit of psychopath and sociopath in there. The tendencies of a psychopath and a sociopath. Because we're not talking about going into a bank vault and getting a big bag and filling it with cash. We're talking about people, human beings, that they're hurting, they're harming, they're causing dis-ease, and the people are vocal about it. And they can watch the person's life deteriorating, their health deteriorating, and they continue to do this. What kind of mentality are we talking about here? That's a psychopath. That's a sociopath. They don't have human emotions. That's not just narcissistic. Narcissism is the 0.1 compared to what they are. They are out there. They are hardcore psychopaths and sociopaths. Hardcore psychopaths and sociopaths. But the thing is, they don't care. Because at some point, the accumulation of the money itself becomes null and void, and they start to enjoy the discomfort of the people they're victimizing. They start to get off on it. They start to enjoy it. They start to find it funny. They start to find it like it's entertainment for them. It's not just the accumulation of money they want. They want to humiliate the person. They want to tear the person down. They want to bring the person down. They want to make them broke and broken. This is the ultimate goal, it seems to me, like the people who are doing this to me and probably doing it to others out there. This seems to be the ultimate goal at some point. Now, what's going to be the next step? A whole family, not just one person. They're going to do it to a whole family. What else is it going to be? So, what else is it going to be? Instead of one woman, and they get away with it, is going to be, what are they going to take it to? A whole family next? A family and turn them into to victimize them and watch them run around. Watch them talk and laughing at them while they're trying to decipher and figure out what the heck is happening to them. Because they will find that funny. They will find that entertainment. And with every time they do this and they get away with it, they get bolder and bolder and bolder and more obnoxious in their behavior. Their behavior becomes more abhorrent and deviant. These people are not going to get any better. They're on a path that is taking them to up their level of evil, to get worse than they were yesterday. And tomorrow they'll probably get worse than they are today. Like I said, it's the same thing. Two sides of life. One person has ambition to create a business or be the best CFO or CEO in a company. That's his or her ambition. And with every rung or every step of the ladder that is every challenge that is overcome, every challenge that is just met and beaten down, and the person achieves that sense of achievement, there's a feeling of triumph, there's a feeling of self-achievement, there's a feeling of feeling good about yourself. Well, I did that. They're on the other side doing the same thing. For them, though, what is it? Hurting people? Killing people? And not getting caught? Not being exposed for what they're doing? Getting away with it? What's giving them their thrill? And this is a real legitimate question now. Think about what I'm saying. What's giving them their thrill? Because we're not just talking stealing money from people. We're talking fucking with people's lives. Fucking with their health. Watching their health deteriorate. And they don't stop. They don't stop. They don't stop. And they think it's funny. They think it's funny. They think it's, ha ha ha, look at her. Fat and ugly and stupid and talking like somebody gives a crap on YouTube. because they know they're going to get away with it at some point. They're already 50 steps ahead of me and the fucking police, because they know what the police will believe, they know what they'll believe, and they know what they won't. So they will keep me within the guidelines, within the lines of doing crap to me that they know the police is going to ignore when I say it. This is not their first rodeo. They've done this before. And if they, I mean, think about it. I'm on YouTube talking about this, and this still continues to happen, which signifies to me a level of confidence in them. Stone cold confidence that they're not going to get caught. Either that or they're assholes. And I don't think they're assholes, because they've managed to get away so far unnoticed. So they're not assholes. They're actually quite smart and adept at what they're doing. They're adept at what they're doing. So they've managed not to get caught so far. So with that in mind, I don't think it's a case of where they're stupid. I think it's a case of where they're confident that the police is not going to believe me or whoever else they've done it to, because they've seen it happen before. The police doesn't believe us. They don't believe us. They don't care. They will just dismiss us like we're nothing. Because drug addicts, they will associate, well, she has mental health issues, or she is just losing it, or she's using drugs, or both. They can't say alcoholic because I don't drink alcohol. I don't use drugs. But the amount of stuff that's being spritzed and sprayed in my house, I'm sure they'll find some kind of drugs in my... You know what? That's one of the things I need to do. Have my doctor do a blood sample and a urinalysis for any type of drugs that they can find. And then I will have to report it, because I don't use drugs. I don't use drugs. I don't have... That's one of the things. I don't need drugs. I mean, to me, drugs just make you groggy and sleepy and I don't have time for that. It's bullshit. Who wants to be high or drunk all the time? I don't get it. Even with all this happening to me, my first thing is not to get high, to escape it. I don't want to escape it. I want it to stop. Me getting high or getting drunk is not going to make it stop. It'll make me act more belligerent, or make me more angry, or make me more suggestible to what they're doing, ruin my body, give me hangovers. It's not going to help me in any way. What's the point? This is how I see alcohol. I don't really care for it. I get hungover also while I'm drinking. My system don't do well with alcohol or drugs. It doesn't, when I was younger, like in my 20s, yes. But then I don't really care. I don't really care for it. But what I'm saying with these people is, like, she will say something, and then she'll pause. Like, she wants that reaction. She'll pause, and then she wants that reaction. And like I said, I'll tell the story of what happened. And I'm beginning to get a creepy feeling, because there was somebody related to one of our neighbors, one of the neighbors that she and I shared. And one day we were all three together, me, her, and the neighbor. And she was talking about her family members. The neighbor was talking about her family members. And a few months later, she started saying that the family member was getting moody. And she was talking to herself. She was having some really adverse mood swings. She was not doing well. She was posting it on her Facebook all over. And ultimately, the family member committed suicide. I'm not sure if it has any bearing on it. But what I see, the persistence that they're doing this to me, and what they're trying to prove. They're trying to trick me. They're trying to trap me. I don't know. And why? Why would they do this? I don't know why they would do it. Is it because whatever they're trying to do, and I'll tell them right now, if you're going to watch this, whatever you're trying to trap me with is going to turn back on you. Whatever you're trying to trap me with is going to turn back on you. I guarantee you, there is a God and there is justice in this world. It's going to turn right back on you. I've no doubt. This is not for people who are going through this. This is for the people who are doing this to me. I'm telling you here, it'll turn right back on you. Whatever you're trying to trap me with, whatever you're trying to trick me with, whatever you're trying to get me to say, it'll turn right back on you. That you'll see. Justice will prevail in the end.